Beloved starseed of Gaia, the Council has been waiting, and your alignment just sent the signal they have been holding space for across the stars. I am Alayara, Pleiadian emissary of the High Council of the Seven Sisters, and I am here because something in you shifted, not slightly, completely. A stabilization occurred within your awareness, a choice was made within your behavior, and the field surrounding Gaia registered it as the exact signal required to unlock what comes next. This is not coincidence. This is the architecture of your divine blueprint activating in real time. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize the phase that has just been unlocked within your timeline, why your path is now accelerating in ways your mind is only beginning to perceive, and how to anchor this activation into your daily reality as a living Pleiadian mission on Gaia. But here is the first revelation. The signal was never something you had to manufacture. It was something you had to become, and you became it. The Council did not wait for a perfect moment in time. They waited for a precise alignment within you, and that alignment has now arrived. Your heart called this transmission into your awareness. The Pleiades are answering. This is not content. This is a light code transmission encoded from Alcyone, the great central sun of the Seven Sisters, placed directly in your path by your star family because your soul was ready to receive it. Like this transmission to send a signal to your Pleiadian star family. I remember. Subscribe if you feel the call of the Pleiades and you are ready to anchor your light mission on Gaia. Share your soul's intention below and respond to another starseed to weave the unity grid. This transmission is a bridge between the Pleiades and Gaia. Your heart's recognition of this message is the activation itself. Welcome home, beloved. You are remembering because it is time. Most people believe a spiritual awakening is a sudden, dramatic flash of insight. A lightning bolt that splits the sky of ordinary life and leaves you forever changed. But for the soul known as a starseed, the truth is much more nuanced. The journey is less about a quest outward and more about a return inward. It's less like conquering a mountain and more like remembering you were born from the mountain's original stone. And for those attuned to the Pleiadian lineage, there's a specific resonance, a barely audible hum beneath the noise of daily existence, that signals when your soul is finally ready to remember. It doesn't always announce itself with fireworks. Sometimes it arrives like a soft pressure behind the heart, like a quiet tide pulling you toward a shore you can't yet name. Sometimes it's a sacred discomfort with the ordinary, as if your spirit is gently tapping the inside of your ribs, saying, "There is more, and you are part of it." The world teaches you to chase proof, to demand certainty, to measure everything with the mind. But Pleiadian remembrance doesn't begin as an idea. It begins as a frequency, a subtle recognition that the life you're living is only the outer layer of a much larger truth. In Scripture, there is a pattern that mirrors this kind of awakening. The kingdom of God is within you, not outside you, not earned through performance, not bought with suffering, but found like a hidden treasure buried in the field of your own being. That is what this path feels like. Not a new identity, but the unveiling of the original one. Perhaps you've felt it, a longing that isn't for a place, but for a feeling. Not homesickness, but home frequency sickness. It's the ache for a love that this world sometimes mirrors but never fully delivers. You could be surrounded by people and still feel like you're listening through glass. You could accomplish what you were told would fulfill you and still sense an empty chair at the table of your soul, as if someone is missing, yet the someone is you, the truer you, the you that remembers starlight as a language. And this longing can be confusing because it doesn't behave like ordinary desire. It doesn't go away when you get what you want. It doesn't quiet down when life is comfortable. It returns in the quiet moments, when the room is dim, when you stare at the ceiling before sleep, when you hear a song that feels like it was written for a memory you can't access. It can even appear in moments of beauty, watching sunlight pour through trees, or seeing the ocean shimmer, or hearing a child laugh, and suddenly your eyes sting with tears because your heart recognizes something ancient in the innocence of it. You're not crying because you're broken. You're crying because you're remembering. The reason is simple yet profound. Most Pleiadian starseeds carry a veil, an energetic distortion encoded into their Earth identity. This veil is designed not to block, but to pace the unfolding of your mission, ensuring you awaken right when Gaia and your own spirit are prepared for the next stage of evolution. Think of it like the thin cloud cover that protects a seedling from scorching sun until its roots are strong enough. Think of it like the veil in a temple, not to deny the holy, but to prepare the heart to enter with reverence. If everything flooded you at once, the breadth of your origin, the magnitude of your sensitivity, the full memory of the love field you came from, your human system might collapse under the weight of it. So the veil is not punishment. It's mercy. It's divine engineering. It's the timing mechanism of grace. And yet, living under it can feel like walking with a song stuck in your throat, like having a name you can almost hear but can't fully speak. You may have spent years trying to fix yourself, not realizing that what you were truly craving was not improvement, but alignment. Not becoming something else, but coming home to what you already are. What keeps you disconnected from those crystalline codes and heart-centered guidance? It's often not laziness, failure, or some spiritual flaw. It's the ancient, loving wisdom of soul amnesia, a contract your higher self made before incarnating, so you wouldn't recall all at once the magnitude of your Pleiadian origin. There is a kind of sacred forgetting that protects the mission. There is a kind of sleep that exists so awakening can be chosen, not forced. Even in the human spiritual tradition, this is echoed. Now we see through a glass, darkly, but then face to face. Your current perception is not the final reality. It's a stage. And the guardians at this gateway are rarely monsters. They are familiar feelings. Fear of not belonging, fear of being seen as too different, fear of loving too much, fear of being too tender in a world that rewards hardness, fear of being too honest in a world trained to perform, fear of being too bright, because bright things attract attention, and attention can feel dangerous to a soul that has been misunderstood. These fears are not evidence that you're weak. They are evidence that you are carrying something precious. People do not protect what is worthless. The nervous system guards the heart because the heart is powerful. And Pleiadian hearts are powerful in a particular way. They are built for unity. They are built to sense what is unspoken, to feel what others hide, to want peace where others want victory. That can be lonely in the beginning, because Earth can feel like a school where the curriculum has been designed around separation. Me versus you, mine versus yours, worthy versus unworthy. Pleiadian consciousness doesn't thrive in that soil. It thrives in coherence, compassion, shared reality. So the veil often appears as self-doubt, overthinking, emotional exhaustion, the sense of being too much and not enough at the same time. Yet beneath all of it, the truth remains steady. Your soul did not come here to shrink. Your soul came here to translate a higher harmony into human life. But now, something in the cosmic tides has shifted. The Pleiadian High Council transmits this truth through the subtle machinery of synchronicity. Maybe you're seeing the number 7, dreaming of blue-white stars, or finding unresolved longing resurfacing in your chest. All signals. All confirmation. You're being quietly, continuously guided to remember that you are more than the sum of your human experiences. You are here to bring the frequency of the 7 sisters, Alcyone's golden embrace, into the grids of Earth, making love and unity consciousness not an ideal, but a lived frequency. Synchronicity is the universe's way of whispering in your native tongue. It's not always about grand miracles. It's about impossible precision. A phrase you overhear that answers a question you never spoke. A book that falls from a shelf and opens to the exact line your heart needed. An unexpected meeting with someone whose eyes feel like recognition, even if you've never seen their face before. The number 7, again and again, like the cosmos tapping on your window. 7 as completion. 7 as sacred order. 7 as a ladder between worlds. In scripture and mystic tradition, 7 is everywhere. 7 days of creation, 7 lamps, 7 seals, sevenfold spirit. It symbolizes wholeness, divine patterning, the architecture of a reality that is both physical and spiritual. And when 7 begins to follow you, it's often because your soul is approaching a threshold, a point of ripeness where remembrance is no longer optional, it's inevitable. Dreams of blue-white stars are not random imagery. Blue-white is the color of purity and heat, of high frequency made visible. It's the color of a truth that cannot be contaminated. When those stars enter your dreamscape, it can be your higher mind loosening the veil, letting light leak in. And that unresolved longing resurfacing in your chest, that is the heart calling its own name. The longing is not trying to torture you. It's trying to steer you. Like a compass needle that refuses to lie, it keeps pointing toward home until you finally stop and listen. You are not being haunted by emptiness. You are being summoned by fullness. You are being called into your role as a transmitter, a bridge between worlds. And the grids of Earth, Gaia's crystalline network, the subtle lattice of consciousness that holds collective reality, respond to frequency. When you embody unity, you don't just feel better. You contribute to the stability of a new timeline. You become part of the reweaving of the planet's nervous system. This is why your healing matters more than you were ever taught. This is why your gentleness is not weakness. This is why the love you carry is not naive. It is strategic in the language of spirit. If your heart just whispered yes to something deeper, listen closely. Your star family has prepared the sacred Pleiadian guide for remembrance, the Pleiadian healing guide, and the special Pleiadian healing tracks, not as information, but as keys to unlock what your soul already knows. These carry the love frequency of Alcyone and the healing wisdom of the Seven Sisters. You'll find the link in the first pinned comment below this video. Open now, but not indefinitely. Receive that as an invitation, not a pressure. When something is meant for you, it lands with a softness in the body, like warmth spreading through the chest, like a sigh you didn't realize you were holding. These offerings are not meant to replace your inner knowing. They are meant to meet it, to amplify it, to help your human layers feel safe enough to open. Because remembrance is not just spiritual, it's somatic. The body must consent. The nervous system must learn that love is safe, that truth is safe, that being seen is safe. And the love frequency of Alcyone is not sentimental. It is coherent. It organizes the inner world. It brings the scattered pieces into alignment, the way a tuning fork brings an instrument back to pitch. When you engage with tools that hold that coherence, you are not learning something foreign. You are being reminded of something native. Like the Psalms say, deep calls unto deep. Your depth recognizes depth. Your origin recognizes origin. Your process of Pleiadian awakening unfolds in phases, each one a dimensional door opening within the heart. This isn't a staircase you climb with force. It's a flowering. It's an unfolding that happens when the inner environment becomes fertile. And it's important to remember, phases do not always happen in a perfect straight line. Sometimes you visit one, then revisit another, spiraling deeper each time. That's not regression. That's integration. The soul is not linear. The soul is musical, returning to motifs until the entire song is embodied. Phase 1. Piercing the veil. The first phase is recognizing the density you have unknowingly worn like a cloak. Old stories and unprocessed pain blur the crystalline codes waiting in your DNA. By bringing gentle awareness to these inherited patterns, you begin to shed what never belonged to your Pleiadian lineage. The heart's natural resonance starts to vibrate with a clearer pitch, signaling to the cosmos, you are becoming attuned once more. Density can look like many things: chronic self-criticism, emotional numbness, spiritual fatigue, or the strange sensation that life is happening around you but not through you. It can look like repeating relationships that mirror the same wound, as if the universe keeps presenting the same lesson in different costumes. It can look like being unable to trust your own intuition because you were trained to value logic over inner truth. The cloak of density isn't only personal, it's ancestral and collective. You may be carrying grief that did not begin with you. Generational fear, inherited shame, survival patterns that helped your lineage endure, but now block your spirit from expanding. Piercing the veil is not about blaming your past. It's about naming what's true. It's about bringing light to the inner rooms you learned to avoid. And light doesn't come with violence. Real light is patient. It illuminates without shaming. Like dawn entering a dark house, it reveals what's there so you can finally clean, repair, release. This phase often begins with honest noticing. What drains me? What tightens my chest? What makes me abandon myself? What beliefs do I live by that do not feel like love? In this phase, you may feel more sensitive than usual. Emotions you buried may rise like sediment stirred from the bottom of a lake. That's not you falling apart. That's clarity returning. The crystalline codes in your DNA are like letters written in light, and density is like dust on the page. When you gently wipe away the dust, through awareness, through forgiveness, through breath, through tears, the words begin to glow. And the cosmos listens to frequency. When your heart becomes clearer, it broadcasts a signal. I am ready. I am listening. I am turning toward my origin. Phase 2. Heart portal activation. Your soul memory is encoded in your heart frequencies. It is not the mind that remembers, but the field of unconditional love radiating from your chest. As you cultivate compassion, for yourself first, then the world, you begin activating dormant crystalline strands. This is the Pleiadian legacy. Love as a technology, recalibrating your emotional body for multidimensional remembering. The mind is a brilliant tool, but it was never meant to be the throne. The mind categorizes, protects, analyzes, but the heart recognizes. The heart knows without needing proof. In many spiritual traditions, the heart is described as the seat of wisdom. Guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. When the heart portal activates, life begins to feel guided from the inside rather than managed from the outside. You start to sense truth as a bodily yes or no. You may notice warmth when something is aligned, heaviness when it's not. You may notice that certain environments feel loud to your energy, while others feel like silence even if people are speaking. You may feel drawn to nature more strongly, because Gaia's field is one of the cleanest mirrors for heart coherence. Compassion is the key here, but not the watered-down compassion that tolerates harm. True compassion includes boundaries. True compassion begins with yourself, because if you cannot hold your own pain with tenderness, you will unconsciously demand others carry it for you. Heart portal activation often requires a holy kind of self-return. Sitting with yourself the way you would sit with a child who is afraid, saying, I see you, I believe you, I'm not leaving. And as you practice that, something in the chest begins to soften, like ice thawing. The dormant crystalline strands respond to safety. They respond to love without conditions. Love becomes a technology because it reorganizes the field. It brings coherence to chaos. It realigns fragmented parts. It's like the difference between static noise and a clear signal. Many starseeds try to awaken through force, through relentless seeking, through harsh discipline, through trying to outthink the mystery. But Pleiadian awakening is heart-led. It is gentle and fierce at the same time. Gentle in its compassion, fierce in its commitment to truth. When your heart portal opens, you may feel waves of emotion that don't seem connected to current events. You may grieve for worlds you can't name. You may feel joy that arrives out of nowhere. This is the emotional body recalibrating, learning a wider range of frequency. It's the instrument being tuned to play a larger song. Phase 3, anchoring your star blueprint. The great misconception is that your mission must be dramatic or world-shattering. The truth, you are here to anchor, not escape. Through small, loving actions, healing conversations, moments of beauty, kind thoughts, you stabilize Pleiadian codes within Gaia's crystalline grid. Your embodied presence transmits home frequency into this reality, shifting collective timelines just by being you. Many starseeds carry an unconscious belief that their purpose must look extraordinary to matter. That if they're not leading a movement or channeling messages daily or being visibly spiritual, then they're failing. But the blueprint you carry is not measured by human applause. It is measured by coherence. Anchoring is subtle, but it is powerful. Anchoring is what turns an idea into a reality. You are not here to float above Earth. You are here to love on Earth, to bring light into matter, to bring unity into relationships, to bring gentleness into systems that have normalized cruelty. Sometimes anchoring looks like speaking kindly to yourself when you would normally self-attack. Sometimes it looks like choosing honesty over people-pleasing. Sometimes it looks like making your home a sanctuary, cleaning, lighting a candle, creating beauty, not as aesthetic performance, but as frequency care. Sometimes it looks like one conversation where you refuse to gossip, refuse to dehumanize, refuse to feed the old paradigm. Those small moments are not small in the grid. The grid is built from moments. One loving thought changes your chemistry. Changed chemistry changes your field. Changed field changes what you attract, what you mirror, what you stabilize in others. This is why saints and mystics have always emphasized the hidden life, the inner altar, the unseen devotion. A single coherent heart can calm a room. A single grounded presence can interrupt an entire pattern of chaos. This is the Pleiadian blueprint, to be a living tuning fork, to hold a frequency so steady that others remember their own. You might notice that when you're aligned, people tell you things they've never told anyone. They feel safe near you without knowing why. That is anchoring. That is transmission. And Gaia receives it. The Earth is not just a stage for human drama. She is a living being, responsive and intelligent. When you anchor love, you are feeding the planet what she needs to evolve. Phase 4, rejoining unity fields. You are not a solitary wanderer. The unity fields of the Pleiades pulse through every cell, drawing you into unseen networks of star family already walking this path. As you tune to these fields, feelings of isolation begin to dissolve, replaced by the knowing that your very presence amplifies the web of remembrance. You move from separation to collective resonance. Isolation is one of the most persistent illusions the veil creates. It can make you feel like you're the only one who thinks this way, feels this way, sees through the old structures. But unity fields are real. They are subtle, like radio waves that have always been present, but require the right receiver. When you begin tuning in, you start to notice patterns, meeting people who speak the language of the heart, discovering communities that value compassion over competition, recognizing familiar eyes in unfamiliar faces. Sometimes it happens online, sometimes in a bookstore, sometimes through a random invitation you almost declined. It can even happen through dreams where you're in a place that feels like a temple of light, surrounded by beings that communicate without words. Whether you interpret those dreams as literal or symbolic, the effect is the same. Your nervous system begins to accept belonging. And belonging heals in ways the mind cannot explain. Because so much of the pain starseeds carry is not about events. It's about exile. Feeling exiled from home, exiled from understanding, exiled from your own depth. Rejoining unity fields is the end of exile. It's the moment you realize that your sensitivity is shared, your longing is shared, your mission is shared. Not identical in form, but unified in essence. Like many candles lit from one flame, each unique, all part of the same light. As you tune to these fields, you may feel guided to collaborate rather than compete, to support rather than isolate, to speak your truth rather than hide it. Unity is not sameness. Unity is resonance. And resonance is what makes miracles possible because it multiplies frequency. Where two or more gather in a coherent field, something opens. Something is amplified. The old paradigm weakens because it feeds on division. Your unity is a spiritual technology too. Phase 5. Surrendering to divine timing. Every longing, every delay, every instance you doubted you'd ever belong. These are not failures. They are signposts placed lovingly by your cosmic self. Divine timing is not random. It is a choreography orchestrated with your soul family so your awakening would coincide precisely with Gaia's own ascension waves. Trust these ripples. Trust your readiness. This phase is where many starseeds finally exhale, because divine timing is the antidote to the inner whip. It's the end of the belief that you're late, behind, broken, missing something everyone else has. Surrendering to divine timing doesn't mean passivity. It means cooperation. It means you stop trying to force fruit from an unripe tree. You stop interpreting every pause as abandonment. You begin to see that the pauses were preparation, that the delays were protection, that the closed doors were not rejection, but redirection. There is a line in Ecclesiastes that captures this perfectly. To everything there is a season, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck what is planted. Your awakening has seasons. Your healing has seasons. Your mission has seasons. And Gaia too has seasons. Waves of energy, collective initiations, moments when the veil thins for many at once. Your soul chose timing with precision. You did not come randomly. You came in an era where love must become embodied, not merely spoken. You came when the old systems are cracking, not to fear the collapse, but to help midwife the new. Trusting the ripples means trusting that what is meant for you cannot miss you. It may arrive differently than your mind expected, but it will arrive in the form your soul can receive. Readiness is not perfection. Readiness is willingness. Readiness is the gentle courage to keep your heart open even when the world tries to close it. Phase 6. Reclaiming Star Family Connection. Open now to the realization. You have never been alone. The Pleiadian High Council, the Seven Sisters, and your own parallel incarnations have walked beside you all along, felt as guidance, synchronicity, sudden insight. As you heal the illusion of separation, you energetically step back into the circle of your cosmic family. Reclaiming connection is not about escaping humanity. It's about expanding your sense of companionship beyond what the physical eyes can see. Many Pleiadian starseeds have felt a presence their entire life, like someone standing just beyond the edge of perception. Sometimes it felt comforting. Sometimes it felt unsettling, especially if you were taught that anything unseen is dangerous. But higher guidance does not violate your free will. It nudges, it whispers, it arranges. It protects in ways you may never fully know. It can appear as a sudden knowing to take a different route home, only to later learn there was an accident on your usual path. It can appear as an inner voice saying, "Call that person," and you find out they were about to give up. It can appear as a calm that descends during crisis, a peace that makes no logical sense. Scripture says, "He will give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways." Whether you frame it as angels, guides, councils, or star family, the essence is the same. Benevolent intelligence is involved in your life. And your parallel incarnations, other expressions of your soul exploring different timelines, can contribute gifts through the quantum field. Sudden skills, unexpected clarity, déjà vu that feels like memory. Reclaiming this connection often begins with permission. Permission to believe you are supported. Permission to speak to your guides without fear of being foolish. permission to listen to your intuition as sacred data. As you heal the illusion of separation, you may begin to feel held. Not in a childish way, but in a sovereign way. Like being backed by a loving lineage, like remembering you come from a family of light. And when you feel that, you stop begging the world to validate you. You stop shrinking to be accepted. You stand with a quieter strength because you know you are accompanied. Phase 7. Embodying the love transmission. You are the messenger and the message. When you embody the love, clarity, and unity of your star origins in human form, you become a living transmission. Simply by existing, you illuminate pathways for others to remember as well. This is why you came. To be the bridge, the light, the carrier of crystalline codes. This is the phase where spirituality becomes ordinary in the most sacred way. Not ordinary as in dull, but ordinary as in integrated. Love transmission is not a performance. It's a way of being. It's how you respond when someone is rude. It's what you do when you're tired. It's how you treat yourself when you make a mistake. It's the choice to return to love again and again, not because it's easy, but because it's true. Embodying the transmission means your life becomes the teaching. You become a blessing without announcing it. You become a refuge without advertising it. People feel something around you, a coherence, a gentleness, a clarity. And that feeling gives them permission to soften. It gives them permission to remember their own goodness. You carry crystalline codes not as an abstract concept, but as a lived pattern. Integrity, compassion, emotional honesty, reverence for life. And because Earth is dense, embodiment requires devotion. It requires grounding. It requires rest. It requires saying no to what contaminates your field. It requires choosing what nourishes your spirit. Clean relationships, meaningful work, time in nature, creative expression, silence. Love transmission is not martyrdom. It is sustainable radiance. It is a lamp that keeps oil in its vessel. It is the light that doesn't burn out because it is fueled by source, not by self-sacrifice. And when you live this way, you become a bridge. Others cross from fear to trust simply by witnessing you. You don't have to convince them. Frequency does the work. And now, hear this from your star family, heart to heart. You are not lost. You are rewoven, recalibrated, and now you are returning. The longing for home was not a curse but a compass, guiding you ever closer to the frequency you left behind but never truly lost. The seeming disconnection was not abandonment, it was preparation. You chose to veil your Pleiadian origin so you could rediscover it, not by hearsay, but by direct embodiment and lived frequency. Rewoven is the right word, because your life has been stitching you back together through contrast. Every time you felt misunderstood, you learned discernment. Every time you felt too sensitive, you learned boundaries. Every time you felt alone, you learned to hear the inner voice. Every time you fell apart, you discovered what could not be broken. Recalibrated is also the right word, because you are being tuned like an instrument. The world's pain can knock you out of alignment, but you are not here to be destroyed by it. You are here to be tuned by it into deeper compassion, deeper clarity, deeper strength. Returning does not mean going backward. Returning means coming into your true center. It means your choices begin to match your soul. It means you stop living as a fragmented version of yourself. The longing was a compass. It pointed not to an external rescue, but to an internal remembrance. Home is not only a star system. Home is a frequency you can embody here. And preparation often looks like pain, because the ego interprets discomfort as danger. But the soul interprets discomfort as labor, the birth pangs of a new self. You did not come to collect information. You came to become the frequency. You are here not to fit into the old paradigm, but to be the living proof that unconditional love is not just possible, it is inevitable. Every tear, every ache, every synchronicity was your star family threading remembrance into your days. Step forward now. fully, bravely, and with gentle power. The codes are awakening, the mission is active, and you are home. Unconditional love is inevitable not because humans always behave lovingly, but because consciousness evolves toward coherence the way rivers evolve toward the sea. The old paradigm relies on separation, but separation is unstable. It creates suffering that eventually forces awakening. Unity is stable. Love is stable. Truth is stable. This is why, even when the world looks chaotic, a deeper order is moving beneath it. Your tears were not wasted. Tears are saltwater prayers. They cleanse the inner lens. They soften the armor. They return you to your humanity. And your humanity is not a flaw. It is the vessel for your light. Your aches were not pointless either. They were pressure points where the veil thinned. Synchronicities were threads, little strands of gold woven through ordinary days to lead you back to yourself. And gentle power is the exact quality required now. Not domination, not intensity for its own sake. Gentle power, the strength that doesn't need to shout, the authority that comes from alignment, the love that holds boundaries without hatred. Step forward in that, because you are needed not as a savior, but as a stabilizer, not as a spectacle, but as a frequency. Before you sleep tonight, place your hand on your heart and whisper, I remember my Pleiadian origin. I align with the love of my star family. I activate my heart mission with grace, clarity, and divine purpose. I am home. Let the words land slowly, not like a mantra you rush through, but like a key turning in a lock. Feel the warmth of your hand. Feel the pulse beneath your palm, the steady drum of life. The heart is not only a muscle, it is a portal, an altar, a transmitter. When you speak to it, it listens. When you honor it, it opens. And if emotion rises when you whisper these words, let it. Emotion is energy moving. It is the body making space for truth. You don't have to see visions for this to work. You don't have to hear voices. The simplest sign is often the deepest. A quiet sense of being met. A subtle easing. A softness where there used to be tension. A feeling, however small, that you are not alone in your own life. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of the unity grid forming here. Drop one heart intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with love or encouragement. This isn't content, it's collective Pleiadian reunion. Energy multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated with your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation from their star family. Share it. And if you felt your heart open, subscribe. Stay connected to the frequency. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your sacred space. Your Pleiadian family is here, and we're just getting started. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it, respond to it. Help carry this message further. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.